All right, what's up, everybody? Again, this is Cam from Danomics. So welcome back to this little series of videos that we're doing on working in Danomics through the Claude AI that's out there by Anthropic. So far, what we've done is we had Claude build us a CPI. We then had Claude, help us pick out a key well, check our tops for completeness, and then set up our stratigraphy for us. And now what we want to do is we want to start the interpretation in earnest. So I'm going to try something that I've never done here before, which is I am going to ask Claude to use our PetroDan AI assistant to recommend a number of parameters for us. So I've just pasted in the prompt here, and let's see what the combination of not one, but two LLMs can do for us here. All right. Now, there's a question, a good question about, hey, why would I use PetroDan, um, through Claude? Well, PetroDan does have some advantages over Claude, which is mainly that PetroDan has a really good, um, a really good understanding of Danomics best practices. It also receives some statistics and information that uh, that Claude doesn't know about right out of the box, and so therefore it's able to make some better recommendations on its own than Claude is. So let's see what it comes back with here. Once again, this is something I've never done before, so I'll be as surprised as you are, and you'll see that here I am having to give it a little bit of extra permissions. So that's one of the things that Claude does is before it does anything, it asks you for permission to do it. So if you're using this for the first time, you're going to be asked to click OK. But as you go through and you start to do more and more operations, it'll have to ask for less permissions because you've already granted those. All right, so you don't have to wait here and listen to me ramble while we're waiting on Claude to get back to us. I'm going to pause the video, and I'll be back once we get the full response. Okay, so Claude came back to us here, and it said PetroDan, ran the assistant on the Quick Start module. It is reporting back what PetroDan gave us, talking about the, well defaults. This is tight reservoir. That sounds about right. Salinity 40 to 50 K. Matches what's known about the muddy and the frontier in there, so moderately brackish. Said most of this should be, evaluated as a sandstone, and it's going to use our sandstone cutoffs. So all that makes sense from a default. And then it also said, hey, we've got two organic shells in here, so we're going to set those. And then it said, hey, do you want me to write these to the CPI? And I'm just going to say, yes, please write those. And okay, so once again, now we've told Claude to go execute on the plan that PetroDan put together. And so, I'll pause this and we'll be back as soon as it gets back to us here with the final answer. All right, so Claude has came back and it said, all right, it's now written the quick start parameters. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here and we're going to refresh our view. And here we are, we're on our key well. And sure enough, we can now see that it has set the lithology. So it's given us sandstones for most of this, organic shells for the Niobrara and the Maori. It set our salinity. It set some cutoffs for us, and it set us up as having a tight reservoir here. And so now here in our quick start module, we have our analysis, and if we come down here to some of our zones of interest, we can see that there is, some pay being flagged, for example, down in the Maori Formation. Now, of course, this is just the start of our interpretation, not the finish, so this isn't a final answer, and you'd still want to go through and verify everything that is being done, manually as part of your QC process. But I think this is really cool. So, what we have done across this series of videos is we've had Claude make a CPI for us, analyze the wells to identify some key well candidates, and then apply that for us. It checked the stratigraphy and set up our zones for that. And then it called up PetroDan to start our interpretation. So I hope you see where this is going. We have done this as a series of sequential videos, and where I've split all these steps up in order to make it a more bite-sized bit of content for you all. But I want you to imagine what what this would be like if you stacked all of these requests into one prompt. So you could really have a prompt template, put that in and have Claude do this sequentially, which it's entirely capable of doing. You would you go off, go to a meeting, go have lunch, come back, and you're going to have all this done for you. All right, so I hope you thought this was as cool as I think it is. If you want to learn more, give us a shout at sales@danomics.com. Until then, until next time, happy interpreting, everybody.